Good morning, guys, and welcome to my play with me and my 18-month-old, and also how we are doing our homeschool right now. So we're doing 1 day a week homeschool, and yeah, I know it's summer and everything, but it's just 1 day a week and it's just half a day. So I'm gonna bring you guys along, show you our setup for everything. Rosie is gonna go to a preschool in the fall, and she's gonna go for 2 half days a week. So hopefully this will help set her up nicely, and she will already have like a jumping off point. I know they don't do a ton of academic stuff in preschool, but you know, even just being able to like sit still, which she's been sitting still in Bible classes and doing stuff like that. So I think it's gonna work out really well for her, but just developing as many of these skills as possible, as early as possible, to give her, you know, a great opportunity to succeed later in life and to hopefully not fall behind other kids and, you know, stay ahead or at least with all the other kids, or you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and go downstairs and eat my breakfast, and we'll see what Rosie's getting up to all on her own without any instruction from us or any intervention at all. I did forget one very important thing in my morning routine this morning, which is picking out her books. So I like to get one that has like a sensory element. Got my books. What are you up to this morning? Just crawling around? Looks like you haven't gotten into any of your toys yet. They're all still nicely put away. Rosie, you're silly. Dada. Rosie. Rosie. Okay, so while she is doing that, just playing around doing whatever, I'm gonna eat. Adam made these amazing French toast sticks for us. I'm very excited. Are they good?
Mm-hmm. E said D to E, F, G. I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Here comes H at the coconut tree. I and J and tag along K, all on their way at the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Look who's coming, LMNOP, and QRS and TUV. Still more W and XYZ.
Are you reading your books? Your books? Yeah. Hi. Hi. You playing with your books? So she's had her time to just kind of hang out and play for a little bit after we read to her. And actually Adam read to her this time. We like to try to switch back and forth so that she gets, I don't know, different experiences, since we just read the same books for like 3 or 4 times a day. Yeah, book. But yeah, so now she's had her time to play, and we're gonna go ahead and do our school stuff before she needs to go down for her nap. So I'll bring you guys along for that. Okay, so really quick before we get started, I just wanted to kind of show you like our setup, how we do set up our school stuff. So we're literally in the nook of the hallway. It's literally just enough space for this. There's really nothing else that we could like utilize this space for in a meaningful way. So I thought it worked out really nice to have it. And it's also a space that she doesn't ever use. It's not in her room. It's not in the living room. It's a completely different space. And I think that's really helpful to get her mind, you know, as she does this and builds this routine. When we come and sit down here, she'll be like, oh, okay, it's time for school. These are the things we're going to do. And I think it just makes the transition a lot easier. So that's part of the reason why we have it here. So but I just kind of wanted to give you a little tour. Most of this stuff is decorative up here. I mean, eventually we do use this when we go through our colors. Eventually, I'm sure we'll use this as like pattern building skills and fine motor skills. Maybe I'll even use it as a visual for counting things sometimes. And then I do have a full set of these blocks. These are just up there for decoration, but I usually do give her the correct letter that we're learning that day. The rest of them are in here. So I have these cards, which I hang up on this little side, and I just take them off and show them to her. We have the blocks in here. We have the chalk here that I use on the chalkboard and the eraser. These little foam tiles I haven't taken out yet. A little peg puzzle, and I think that might be it. And then in here, oh, nothing yet. So that's nice though, to have some storage opportunities for the future. And then here, I just keep the 2 books that we use, aside from that one. This one, I just open it to the color that we're learning about, and then I just hold it up and show it to her and point to the things that we're, I'm just like, oh, we're learning about orange. Here's a pumpkin, here's a ball. These are all orange things, and I just leave it open while we're going through the color stuff so that she can see the different shades of orange, and that's also what I do with this book as well. When we're doing the numbers, I just open it to these pages because it has the number really big. And then it has a lift the flap where I can show her how to count, like 1, 2. And as we get to higher numbers, it'll be even better because I can count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to have a book of this. You can literally like make something, just like print out a page with a big number 1 on it. And then, have another page that has like a 1 sun or, whatever. It's pretty easy to DIY, but also these books I know are pretty cheap, and you can use really any counting book that you have. So here, well, let me just go. This is kind of the routine that we do. So we do our letter, and I have them written up here, uppercase, lowercase, in both print and cursive, because I just want her to be exposed to these things, like see what they look like from an early age. Obviously, I don't think it's going to help that much right now for her to see cursive, but exposing it to her as early and as often as possible helps her to learn it faster. So then we have our little number section here, pretty self-explanatory. And then I do a memory verse of the week, which at this point it's not really a memory verse. We just read it together, and then I kind of discuss the meaning of it. And I try to do really simple short verses in this section, and we just read it a couple times, but I leave it up all week so she can see it all week. And as she gets older, I think she'll start to remember what we talked about, what verse, and she can just kind of read it and look at it on her own and remember what we talked about. And then I have the color, which you can't really tell with the orange, but it is with an orange chalk, an orange piece of chalk to kind of reinforce that. So then I do also write the date up here, and then I talk about it, and I recite the months, and I usually tell her like what this number means, what this number means. And then we also sing a days of the week song. Then, at the very end, when I get down to the bottom and we do orange, I will pull out this basket and we just explore all of these orange things. And it's kind of like a sensory bin. I just let her take everything out and feel it and play with it and throw it around. And then that's also when we do the color books. And then I have the letters in here that go to this puzzle. And I, tell her what the letter is. I try to make the sound of the letter, and I sign the letters. You'll also notice that throughout the whole thing, we are singing songs, and the purpose of the songs is partially just because she really loves singing, so it kind of helps like keep her focused and engaged. Also because songs are really great tools to learn these things, so we don't just like show her the letter, I sing the ABCs, and while I'm singing the ABCs, I sign them. So I try to incorporate some Spanish, and I try to incorporate some signs throughout our learning, just to kind of help reinforce different things and teach her different skills from an early age. So you'll notice that we do sing a few different songs. I have an Excel spreadsheet that has like, okay, today we're doing this letter, this number, this memory verse and we're singing these songs. But I didn't bring that up here today, so I did just kind of wing it. I usually always sing the ABC song. I try to sing a counting song of some sort, and a couple other like educational songs, like maybe Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes, the Days of the Week song, different things like that. So I don't even bother putting her glasses on her because it's already hard enough for her to concentrate without them, and they would just be distracting. So let's go ahead and get started. Rosie, you want to start school? You ready? Okay, first we're gonna do our letters. So today's letter is letter B. You see big B, little b, big B, little b. Letter B. B is for blackbird. Blackbird. Do you hear the b? Black bird. Blackbird starts with B. What else starts with B? Bananas or bubbles or ball. Those all start with letter B. Can you do a B in sign language? Say B, B. This is letter B. Here, let me give you a B block. Here's B. All right, let's sing our alphabet. Ready? Thank you. Uh-oh. Is it so funny? Yeah. Okay, that's all done. We're all done with school. Can you help me clean up? Ready? We put in. Oh my. We say clean up, everybody, everywhere. You put in, clean up, everybody do your share. Can you put it in? Good. Yep, we're putting them in. Good job. What is the cow saying? He says moo. Moo. Da. Moo. I already read it. We're gonna do something else in a minute, okay? Rosie can read it. Dada, moo. She's been playing for about independently for about 30 minutes or more. She played with a couple of her toys over there, and then I read to her these 3 books, and then she's just been kind of like looking through them, playing with them, trying to get me to read certain pages over and over. Dada. What does it say? Dada. What does the cow say? Moo. So she loves this one because she loves making cow sounds. We actually have a lot of books that have cow sounds or have cows in them. And so we always ask her, what does the cow say? Because she loves to answer. Yeah, moo. So, but on the days that we do school, I do like for her to do a lot of play independently, because now that she can get around on her own, it's just better this way. And I try to not intervene too much, only when she's kind of asking for me to be included. I don't try to force my play on her or ask her too many questions about her playing. But I also know babies learn through play, so I will, talk to her sometimes, or just allow her to like imitate me doing different things. Oh man, yeah, that's not stable. We got to be careful. So if you've seen my other play with me's, they had a lot less of her being independent and a lot more of me involved. But now that she can move around on her own, she does a lot more independent. But I do, like I said, I do like to have her learn how to play with toys functionally, because right now she'll just kind of toss things around and throw things around the room, unless we kind of show her. Like books, she actually does a really good job playing appropriately because she's seen us do it so many times. So I try to just show her how to play with other things. So I'm going to show her how to do the stacking rings today. We have a smaller version of this and then this big one, but I think like the big ones might be easier for her. I don't know. We'll see. So that's what I'm going to try to show her how to do. We'll see how it goes. Thank you. Look, we're going to take off. Can you help me take it off? Here. We're going to take off. Can you take the green one off? Oh, you're gonna put on? Good idea. You put on like this. On. Here, Rosie puts on. Look, Mama will put on. On. Good trying. Here, let me help. Ready? Good job. Show you. We have a little bit of time before we're about to go to Bible class. I just want to show you kind of how we have like our setup in her room. Those are the 2 main places that she has toys set up, is on the shelves downstairs in the living room. And then obviously she has most of them in her room. So I just set her down. She's been kind of playing with her bow that was in her hair. And now she's getting some books. Did you find some books? Yeah, I see. So this is where we keep most of her books. She has a lot of them. And then she has some of her like stacking blocks there, which I will occasionally like have two and show her how to take them like, oh, apart together. And she enjoys that. And then here's the smaller stacking ring and a little cube. We don't put the shapes in their actual spaces yet. We're still just practicing on putting them through the top and taking them out through the top because that's the level that she's at right now. Then she has a little piano over here with some stacking rings. And over here, she has a couple of little toys. She has these eggs, which have shapes on the bottom that fit into one little shape. And then the colors coordinate. And they also make sounds like this. But she definitely prefers to just throw the whole carton over there. And then she has this little toy where you can put a ball and then it like rolls down. I think these balls are actually a little bit too small for it. It's supposed to come with one that perfectly fits in the hole. So you have to like push it down and then push it and then push it, which will be a really good skill for her to work on when we get to that time. And here are things that I rotate in and out of the basket downstairs. So these are just like different balls. These are different things that make sounds. So that's kind of how I keep that rotation up here. And then over here we have a few more of her books. We have like church books, and then we have like bedtime books. It's a little bit of a mess right now because she loves to get into this. And then the last thing we have is this kind of closet. Sorry, it's so dark in here. If it was earlier in the day, you'd be able to see a bit better. But basically, we just have a lot of toys that are not really in rotation or she's not old enough for yet. That's a lot of them are just that she's not old enough. Like she has all these wooden blocks you can't really see. She has a little wooden block puzzle there. Under here, she has some different activities that she's not old enough for. And then the same thing up here. Just a lot of toys that aren't in rotation or things she's not old enough for. So that's kind of how we keep everything organized. But I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Like I said, I've filmed earlier like episodes of this from when she was 3 months old and 6 months old and 9 months old. I think I did all three. So obviously like it's crazy to see how much like her play routine has changed and progressed. And obviously this is just her. This is where she's at 18 months. Your kid might have been here at a year old or 9 months or something, or maybe they won't be till they're 2 or, you know, whatever. Every kid is different. But this is just kind of how I have things set up for her right now. So I'd love to do a video in the future of like doing a toy rotation or something like that. It's just not something that we really have enough toys to do a full rotation. So I don't know if I really need to do a video on that at this point, but maybe in the near future, if we end up getting a few more toys here and there, maybe I'll do a little rotation video and go through more of like the toys that we actually have and how we use them. And because a lot of the toys that I get are recommended to us from like our physical therapist, our occupational therapist, even our speech therapist. I definitely am very intentional about the toys that I buy for her. So this is just kind of what's working for us right now. Also, we just moved, so it's definitely not perfect. And I definitely hope to improve the setup that we have really soon. But this is just what it is right now, and it works for her and it works for us. So we're happy with it. I just definitely wanted to give you guys an update and show you guys kind of like what we do. Hopefully you got some inspiration from it. but I look forward to updating you guys in the future on the same thing and as we evolve like our homeschooling and things like that. I already have things in the works to change it, and I only have done 2 sessions. So I will definitely always be growing and evolving as she grows and evolves, and as I learn new things or get new materials or whatever. So I'm really excited for that as well. Another upcoming video that you guys can expect is me redoing her room. So basically like what I just showed you, like her, not redoing, just decorating it. It doesn't have any decorations yet, and we have some decorations that I really want to, you know, go ahead and put up and make her room look really sweet and just kind of give everything a home and be a little bit more organized about it. So I'm really excited for that. That'll definitely be coming up really soon. And after that, we have some very exciting videos coming up. And I'm not going to share too much. Most of it is travel based, so that'll be really fun. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one as well. Bye.